Needless to say, it was a rough night and I needed to wear my glasses because we both fell down the stairs.
Hi, Little Officer
Yeah.
JT.
It's like, well, here's what you do.
I'm going all the way. I'm going, yeah, my blood is rebel. I'm going all the way. I'm going to another level.
Let me get me a little pick me up real quick, or if I don't get my coffee, this vlog's not going to be very good. Cool beans. Good morning and welcome to the vlog. My name's Loan Officer JT, and in today's episode, I plan on shattering your perception of reality and sharing with you what I know to be the absolute lowest payment on a $1 million mortgage in the entire United States. Now, I know what you're thinking. Loan Officer JT, what's this exotic financing that you refer to? Well, this is your good old-fashioned American interest-only loan, all right? Rates are so low right now, so people are getting, give or take, 3% on interest-only loans. Now, let's go ahead and do the math. If you borrow $1 million and you have a 3% interest payment, that's $30,000 a year. Divide that by 12, you're looking at a $2,500 a month payment. That doesn't sound that bad to me, right? Now, of course, you need to throw your taxes and your insurance on there, but depending on your state, if you're in Hawaii, those taxes aren't too bad. If you're in Texas, yeah, that'll inflate the payment a little bit, but nonetheless, if you're wondering how people are able to buy $1, $2, $4, $7 million homes without breaking the bank or too crazy, well, there you go. That's how you would do it. Now, let's put this into context and really get the wheels spinning a little bit. Let's use where I live, for example. For the last 50 years or so, every 12 years, real estate prices double in Boulder. All right. So let's just play a game and you can see where I'm going with that. Let's say you have person A versus person B. Person A, 12 years ago, buys a home in Boulder for $1 million on an interest-only loan. Person B takes the same amount of money and puts it directly into Wall Street, into equities and stocks, okay? Now, if you've ever sat down with a financial planner, what do they all tell you? Well, let's run the compounded interest calculator at 7%, right? Year over year and see where you come out, because compounded interest is the eighth wonder of the world. I agree. If you've got enough money playing in that game, who knows where you could be, somewhere in outer space. But let's just talk about regular people like me and you, right? Or we're ballers. So yeah, you got person A who buys the $1 million home, and then you got person B who injects the same amount of capital directly into Wall Street at a 7% annual compounded rate. All right. Well, let's fast forward 12 years. Person A now has a $2 million home and $1 million in equity, right? So they have $1 million. Person B has what? Let's do the math. I'll show you right here. Oh, and for the sake of being, let's see here. And for the sake of being conservative, I know the interest-only payment was $2,500, but we're going to put $3,500 a month into Wall Street to accommodate for the taxes and the insurance. So depending on where you live, your payment could go as high, including your escrows, as $3,500. All right. Let's see what that does. All right. So there you go. So person B has $759,197. So if 12 years ago, if history is an indicator of the future, there you go, right? But 12 years ago, person A would have had a little more money. Now, of course, you can subtract real estate fees. Maybe they had to update the home a little bit, but nonetheless, I mean, we're talking $250,000, okay? Now, just for fun, let's say that you really want to ball out, right? Let's say you're the guy. Let's go ahead and put $10,000 a month, because that's a 4 milli. Well, actually, no, let me make this higher. So let me take this to 12.5 to include the taxes and the insurance, okay? So 12.5, there we go. Let's go back here to 12.5. All right. So 12 years, interest rate 7%, compounded annually. Boom. Okay, so there you go. So let's play this game again. So now we have a new person A. We'll just call him good looking, charming loan officer JT. And then we've got person B, Mr. Wall Street over here. He would have made $2.7 million in 12 years. If this person would have put, what was it, $12,500 per month for 12 years, you would come out of Wall Street at a 7% compounded rate with a little over 2.7 or really close to 2.7. Let's go back to person A. Buys a $4 million house in Hollywood Hills, in Boulder, in Aspen, Manhattan. 12 years goes by and now they're in an $8 million home, right? In some places it's going to be more, in some places it's going to be less. My prediction for 2021 is anybody who owns a house is going to be a winner. The biggest winners are going to be the sellers because the ball's in their court. And if you haven't heard, Zillow economists are predicting a 21%, I can't remember exactly, 20 or 21% increase in housing in 2021. If you thought 2020 was crazy, you haven't seen anything yet. And in 2020, housing across the board, this is a national average, give or take 7.5% nationally. I was talking to a friend of mine in Austin, and he was telling me how some of their neighborhoods are north of 20% increases just in 2020 with 0.6 months of inventory. Now that's crazy to me. And as long as rates are low, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to sit on the sidelines, right? This is the perfect storm. You've got the government doing another $2 trillion in stimulus, which is basically QE that we've been doing. And if you look back, ever since they started buying these mortgage-backed securities and these bonds and injecting all this capital, what's happened to Wall Street? It's gone to the moon. And it's going to continue that trajectory this year, so long as the government keeps juicing the market. What's going to happen with real estate? Well, so long as rates are low, you better believe that the market's going to stay on fire. If you haven't already, please like, please subscribe. At a minimum, please like for the algorithm. I'd love the support. And of course, if you're in the market for residential real estate, 1 to 4 units, give me a call. If you have a scenario, give me a ring. I'm an expert. I can help you kind of figure out path of least resistance, what you can do, what you can't do. I talk to people like you all day and I help them figure out their mortgage solutions, how to get the best deal, how to save their money, how to maximize their portfolio, and so on and so forth. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you around. Bye.